Join me for this message.
In order to understand God, you have to understand the creative process of God. In order to understand the creative process of God, you have to understand what the Bible is all about. The Bible is a manual. The Bible is a book of laws. The Bible is the constitution of the kingdom of heaven on earth. The Bible was about a king, a kingdom, and the royal family, which is you. Let's look at what God did physically before we understand how He thinks. And in Genesis, it gives you how God works physically, how He created things. Let's look at Genesis 1, how God created things. And we're going to start from verse 1. In Genesis chapter 1 and verse 1, and we're reading from the NIV. And God said. So before God created anything, and God said, God spoke to the material. In verse 3, and God said. In verse 6, and God said. And we continues on to verse 26. You have to understand how God did it. Listen carefully, and God spoke to the material. He aimed His speech. When God was making anything, He aimed His speech at the material He wanted the thing to be made out of. God did not just speak to create. He first decided the material, then God aimed His speech. God aimed His speech towards the material. And the stuff that He wanted came up from that material. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, this is purpose. God speaking to the material, and the thing He wanted came from that material. God is a king.